Courageous middle school student bravely speaking up to tell her story.
They had mentioned suicide to you before.
It wasn't even mentioning. It was like 15 people that were like, "Dude, you have to.
In her own words, it's something she wants everyone to hear. It just might save your child's life.
Suicide is a sensitive topic, but that 13-year-old girl knows she's just one of so many others who have felt enough pain to actually pick dying over living. An estimated 27% of middle schoolers in Duval County Public Schools have seriously considered suicide. 18% have made a suicide plan. And a startling 11%, that's 1 in 10 middle school students, have actually tried to take their life.
It is frightening for all parents, and Mary, even for grandparents like you and me, to know that there are children who are considering suicide. Now, one remarkable student wants to make a difference, bravely speaking openly to Channel 4's Melanie Lawson, showing suicide does not discriminate, and in some cases, it is the person you would least expect.
I opened my phone, and there was like a million texts that were like, "You should kill yourself, you're a whore."
The text messages suggesting Trinity Taylor in her life came from so-called friends.
I have a gun under my mattress, and its bullets miss your head.
Some threats even coming from phone numbers she didn't recognize.
I just, at that point, was like, maybe they're right. Like, maybe there's no point.
Pain was something this 12-year-old expressed in her personal drawings, but she never considered suicide until...
How many did you take?
Too many to count. I just was over it. I just didn't know what else to do.
With her back up against the wall, she chose death over life. Pills causing her to hallucinate for several days. Trinity spent an entire week in the hospital. This popular cheerleader, artist, writer, with loving parents, 5 brothers and sisters, executed her plan to die.
I was such a happy person most of my life.
It was bullying that changed her. It first started while cheerleading, and Trinity didn't even realize it was taking her to such a dark place.
If everybody else was happy, I just had to fake it like at the same level as them, because honestly, I wasn't that happy.
She kept much of it in, smiling on the outside, but on the inside, she felt helpless.
I was like, there's no way that a lot of kids just sit here and cry and cry.
When her personal journal was stolen from her locker and read aloud in gym class, Trinity says she was done.
That was like my final straw. I didn't go back to school after that point. I was like over my dead body. I cannot. I destroyed my room. I took all the pictures off my wall of me, family.
Pain she believed no one could understand. Not her school counselors, not her mom or her sisters. In Trinity's mind, death was the only way out.
I don't know what needs to change, but I can't keep living like that. Like, I can't keep going to this school looking at the people I know don't like me.
Her mother, Rashida, had no clue her middle daughter had fallen so deep.
And the idea that it was that close.
It was that close. That close. That's tough.
Did you have any clue, that Trinity was going through some of that before the incident?
No, not to that magnitude. I mean, she would tell me things that happened at school. Just somebody said this, and you think it's middle school, nitpicking, and I just didn't think it was that serious.
Duval County School Behavioral Health Director Katrina Taylor says this happens too often with parents because it's the subtle signs that can be easily overlooked.
And what those students are trying to see is that, is someone paying attention to me? Am I visible or am I invisible? Will they notice if I'm gone or not?
Taylor said students these days are talking with their peers openly about suicide, so parents have to speak even louder.
Ask your child, have you thought about killing yourself? And say it just like that, not have you thought about, have you thought about not being here anymore? Be blunt.
And this one came from Tori and Tiana when I got out of the hospital. It says, "Dear Trin, I'm so happy you're back home."
Trinity got a second chance, and now she chooses life every single time.
We were becoming sisters.
Just got to a point where I was like, okay, it's time to pop the bubble. I'm okay now.
Through counseling, open conversations, coping skills, and lots of love, she's left that bubble.
My favorite because it kind of shows how people kind of hide. It says, it's so much easier for a hurt person to hurt, but so much harder for a hurt person to help. Now I feel like I can contribute to something. I can actually help other people with this, and that's what I plan to do with my life.
Trinity's story that she bravely allowed me to tell is just the beginning. She wants to start a mentoring group for teenagers who are thinking of suicide.
to be the person who understands their pain and be living proof that no matter who they are or where they come from, there's help. Melanie Lawson, Channel 4, the local station.
There is help right now for anyone who needs it. Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, which is 800-273-TALK, or call United Way by dialing 211, then press 2. Tonight at 10, what the Duval County School District is doing right now to teach educators to spot the signs of suicide and how to have a difficult conversation with your child to try to save a life. That's new tonight on the 10 o'clock news.